Hi friends, welcome back. It has been a long time since I've been here with you. I have a lot to tell you and I'm finally ready to make this video and really excited to actually make this video. So I'm going to try to just go through the stuff. I made a list and so I kind of just want to do this in the most, concise way possible. So first of all, things may look the same where I am and they're not at all. Everything is different, and it's been about 4 months since I've talked to you guys, and I'm actually feeling a little bit nervous, which is interesting. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and try to figure out how to explain everything that's happened and everything that is going to happen from here on out. So the thing is, first of all, this is not a bad news video. This is a good news video. This is my rebirth, a phoenix rising from the ashes and all of that. So firstly, let's kind of rewind back to April a little bit when I fell off the grid and kind of went dark on social media and all of that. I started to feel my borderline creep in around the beginning of the year, and I didn't recognize what that was. For those of you that know that I struggle with borderline, this isn't going to be surprising. For those of you that don't know what borderline is, I've got videos about it. Just search it in my vids. You'll find stuff. It's interesting psychology science. So look that up. It's fun stuff. Well, that's not really the right way to say it, but it's worth knowing. It's who I am. And if you want to know who I am, then it's worth watching the videos and learning about it and stuff like that. So moving on from that, that started creeping in a little bit and I started to feel some type of way. I started to notice that I wanted different things and that I wasn't being fulfilled by my life and everything. Fast forward to April, and Jet and I decided to go our separate ways. So that is a thing that happened. It was fairly mutual, so we're both okay, and we're moving on to bigger and better things. So it's just part of life and the cycle and all of that. Now, with that said, we're okay now, and I wasn't so okay then. My reaction, even though it was something that I wanted, my reaction was to run from that. My emotional processors in my brain were a little bit overloaded and didn't really know how to process all of the emotions and the changes and all of that stuff that I was feeling. So my reaction was to just ignore everything in life, literally everything. And I just kind of ran and did everything I could to just zone out and give my mind a break from the world. And that meant that I was just gonna say yes to everything and try new things and explore and all those different things that you could do when you're running away from yourself. It's extremely difficult to explain because I don't even fully have a full handle on everything yet, because I'm just getting out of all of this now and I'm just coming back to myself. But yes, so for the past few months I have spent that just exploring everything. I met a bunch of amazing people from all different walks of life, and I did everything I could to absorb their perspectives on life and just kind of take that in and decide what that meant for me and how I lived my life and what I wanted to change, what I wanted to keep the same. I wanted to find out who I was and who I wasn't, who I wanted to be, and all of that took a lot of time and a lot of mental effort to do that. I did so much mental processing. It was kind of like there weren't enough hours in the day to process all of the emotions that I had, and that was really all I could do for so many months, was just focus on my emotional self and figure out how to stay safe with borderline and how to take care of myself and make sure that what I was doing would eventually end up bringing a positive change. Now, with all of that said, of course, during this time I did reach a really, really emotional low, and pretty much a low in all aspects of life, and it was a big wake-up call for me. I didn't expect to get to the low that I did. I really reached the bottom of the barrel, and it took a village to bring me back up. And that is something that I've said so consistently these past few months, is that I am the kind of person where it takes a village. I needed all my people and all the help I could get just to get back on my feet and to get to the point where I could even get through the day and think about work and think about responsibilities and all that stuff, because I was just at a point where it was impossible for me to do anything at all. And that's not the way that you're supposed to cope with borderline, they say. I mean, obviously, but I was so stuck in borderline and so mentally just unavailable that I didn't really have a choice. And so I did the best that I could to cope with that, but that of course took a long time, and in that time I did learn a lot about myself, which is important and was the purpose of this and why I don't regret anything that I've done for the most part. I don't really like regrets, but you guys already know that. I don't really regret anything that's happened. I just am trying to take everything that's happened and turn it into a learning experience, because I really believe in life lessons and that's why we're here and all of that. So I know that the past 4 months has served as a big learning time and enriching time for me. So I did everything I could to enhance that experience for myself. I focused on, exploring the city around me. I spent a lot of time in Central Park. I focused on eating. I had gotten to a point in my diet that was really unhealthy, and I know that you guys had kind of noticed that in some of my videos. I was not veganing correctly. I didn't know how to feed myself in a way that was healthy with the stomach problems that I have and the anxiety that I have, and it was a really big issue for me. So I started to just transition away from veganism, and just disclaimer, because I don't want anyone to get offended, I'm not saying veganism is bad, I'm just not particularly good at it. So I've started to transition to pescatarian, and I am still currently dairy-free and plan to stay dairy-free for the future as far as I can see. But I wanted to add some more protein-rich foods and antioxidant foods back into my diet in a way that would give me energy, and this is just my choice to do for myself, just a personal decision. So that's still something I'm working on, and that's of course a transition and a slow process, but I'm getting there. And right now my priority with that is just to make sure that I get enough calories and nutrients and stuff to keep my body healthy. So there was definitely the eat aspect. The pray aspect of the eat, pray, love was that I spent a lot of time focusing on my energies towards the end of this journey that I had. I got my chakras balanced by my stepmom, and I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. And so she explained that to me, the 7, chakras and everything that means in your energy. And I was filled with a lot of negative energy for a long time. And so, she's been working with me to figure out ways to combat that and to get the negative energy out and replace it with positive energy, because that's so important. And that positive energy is something that I lost. When I lost myself in all of this, I really needed to kind of get a refresher. So that is the most recent thing that I've done, and it has changed my whole life since that's happened. So I feel so good now being able to identify my energy and know how that affects me in my everyday life. So if you are interested in that, it's absolutely something to Google. Google chakras and energies and all that stuff, because it's really interesting. You guys know that I'm like one of those people who likes to Google all the things and learn about all the things. So just a pro tip, I guess, if you will. So I don't know. That was my pray part. I started to focus more on the energies and things of that nature than anything else, because I think that was something that I really neglected for a long time. So, I don't consider myself a religious person, but that was a big spiritual moment for me. So that was a big deal, and that's continuing, and I'm still learning about that and working on that with myself. So that's something important and something I may bring into my channel a little bit more as we go along here. So as far as the love part goes, obviously as one relationship ends, it opens the door for new relationships, and it's been interesting. It's been interesting to be out of the relationship with Jet and to see what that makes me feel like, to see what it feels like to not have that partner, and to see, I guess, how other people react to that too. I don't know. It's been interesting is the only word that I can apparently say too many times, but it's been good. I'm learning about myself. I'm learning what I like about myself, and I'm really trying not to derive my worth on other people, like we've talked about before. It's funny because this time has tested all of the advice that I've given you guys on stuff. Like, I really had to try to follow my advice and learn how difficult that is. So it's been interesting, but I definitely am, in the process of learning to love myself again. As you can tell, I've had a really big body change in the past year, and I think that was something that really affected me too in my ability to stay on YouTube with you guys. I felt like I really lost my platform, because I used to be the plus size girl preaching about plus size love, and I still want to do that, but I don't have the plus size body to do that anymore, and I feel like I can't have that as my identity or my platform or my passion, because it's not my body. But I don't even know my body now, because I'm at the point where I've lost 90 pounds and now I am dealing with a bunch of loose skin and stuff like that. So we will be talking about that as well as we go to the future with this channel. So it's been so different for me. Everything is different. I feel different. I'm trying to find myself, because I really truly lost myself, and it's been a time trying to find myself again, and I'm not sure that I can say I've fully found myself. I'm not sure many people could really say that, but I'm on my way, and I want to find my platform, and I want to find who I am, and I just want to say, like, just because I have to say this, because it's me and this surprises probably none of you, but I so badly want to support the plus size industry in any way that I can, and I gotta figure out how I can still stay involved in that, because that's so important to me. And just because I have lost so much weight and am no longer fitting the plus size sizes doesn't mean that I don't have all of the passion to change the industry and have more love and respect for plus size people, women and men alike, that struggle with an identity in an industry that's made for straight sizes. So, you know, I could soapbox all day. This video is getting super long, and I really just wanted to explain, I don't know what I wanted to explain, but I just wanted to say I am coming back, and I wanted to let you guys know what was going on in the best way that I could, and I hope that this explains it a little bit to you guys and helps you understand where I've been and why it's taken me so long to come back. So the most important thing here that I want to say is thank you to those of you that have waited for me for these 4 months, those of you that have been so loyal and have checked in on me on social media and all of that. You know, while I have been almost completely unresponsive, it's still huge, and I still know. So I just thank each one of you that has had faith in me and has waited and has sent me love and good vibes. It's life-changing stuff, and I will never be able to thank you guys enough or repay you guys enough for what you've done for me. So just thank you, and I love you guys so much. I hope that this video made sense. I don't know, I kind of did it stream of consciousness, and I don't really know, so I'm going to take it to the editing room and see what I can do, but I hope that you guys understand. And I hope that you guys are having a good day, and I hope that you guys are all okay and well, because that's what I want for you guys. So anyways, I want to do a part 2 to this video. I want you guys to leave any of the questions that you guys have in the comments down below. I'm going to go through those, and then we'll have another video where I can go through and answer some of your questions. Because this is just something where I'm kind of just like throwing all this at you, and it's a mess because it's been so much time and so much stuff that's happened, and I don't really have a good way to organize it. So if you guys have questions for me, I will absolutely make another video and answer those questions. We will resume regular programming. I just wanted to kind of get this stuff out there because I didn't want to just come back with like a Fairly Holy Grail or something and act like nothing happened. So you guys know me, that's just not me. I'm just too real and like, I don't know, open and stuff, for better or for worse. I just have to like let you guys know what's up, because I know that a lot of you guys genuinely care and want to know, and it's for you guys that I do stuff like this. So, and for me too, this is kind of like therapy. So, I don't know. I'm really happy to be able to do this. It feels super good to talk to you guys again and just be back in front of you. So, thank you for being here. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much for watching this whole thing. It really shows me how much you guys really want to get to know who I am as a person, and that's huge. So I'm really excited for the things that are going to be coming. I'm going to be rebirthing this entire channel and making it so much better than it's ever been. So stay tuned for cool stuff. It's going to be awesome. I feel like I have the tools I need. I feel ready to do this. And most importantly, I'm just ready to be connected with you guys again. So I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover for the most part. Of course, I'm sure we'll be covering much more stuff, and I can get on tangents much more in part 2. But go ahead and leave any questions and comments and stuff down below. If you want to, we've started a fun hashtag on Twitter, which is Ellko NYC is back. If you want to use that places just to get the word out that this is happening again, that would be super awesome. So I just thank you guys again. I can't thank you enough, and I will see you guys super very soon, like in a couple days. Like, I'm telling you, this is happening. So I hope you guys are doing well. I know I am on my way to being well again. So I love you all so much, and I'll see you really, really super soon. Bye.